If Deepak Chopra and Oprah Winfrey got married, then Oprah would be called Oprah Chopra instead of Oprah Winfrey. But since that's not happening, she's still called Oprah Winfrey. And the Lord of her horoscope is in Mrigashirsha, which is the third Nakshatra, counting from Kritika, fifth, counting from Ashvini, and the subject of this video. Mrigashirsha, the planetary ruler, is Mars, and planetary rulers don't have anything to do with the qualities of the nakshatras, according to the way that I was taught. That came in later. Nakshatras precede constellational, solar constellation astrology in India. They're an older system, but they do configure in various types of calculation, and the planetary ruler of the nakshatra influences the planets in the nakshatra, but doesn't contribute to the qualities of the nakshatra, which is an important distinction. Mrigashirsha runs from 23 degrees and 20 minutes of Taurus to 6 degrees and 40 minutes of Gemini. Its symbol is the head of a deer, and it means deer's head, or to hunt, or a well-trodden path, or to ask, but mainly, I mean, it's the deer's head. It has Pranana Shakti, the power to give fulfillment. Its basis above is to extend, and its basis below is to weave or produce clothing. Mrigashirsha is affiliated with the mythology of the creator Prajapati raping his daughter. So that is sort of what that deer's head is. His daughter wants to avoid being raped, so she turns into a deer to outrun him, and he turns into a stag and chases her down. And then in the next nakshatra, Rudra shoots him for his sin. Maybe sin's not the right word, his transgression. But in this nakshatra, this is where that hunt happens. And so this is a nakshatra heavily affiliated with hunting. Its desire is to gain lordship over the plants. And its deity is Soma, the moon. So Soma can heal all diseases. Soma, of course, is the name for the Vedic nectar too, that one drinks to be with the gods or to be in celestial ecstasy. And it can heal all diseases. Soma is the guardian of the animals. Soma is the lord of the northeast. Soma, in one sense, is all food. According to the Puranas, Soma is the jiva, or the experiencer, who is in the body. And he has an invisible and a visible form. The visible form is the moon, who on certain nights of the year, or at least one night of the year, is said to drip a little Soma onto the earth. And Soma is affiliated both with any nectarian experience and any juicy experience. It's closely affiliated with rasa, I think we could say. The qualities of Mrigashirsha are rather deer-like, changeable, timid, charming, sensitive, quick, impulsive. They tend to understand intricate patterns. They tend to be sensual. They prefer to learn through experience than through cognition or theory. They like plants, gardening, and animals. It's because of the hunting. There's also a butchery theme that goes along with Mrigashirsha. So as timid as sort of charming as the nakshatra can be, when it's afflicted, it can also be heavily correlated with stalking behavior and sometimes with butchery. It has themes of moving like a deer, so tracking, walking on trails, inquiring after things. The hunt theme can lead into curiosity, trying to unearth things, trying to seek things out to get to truth. Because of the Brahma story, tempestuous relating, forceful relating, ardent relating, people who get into or enjoy passionate, tempestuous, make up and break up kinds of relationships. There can be themes of dominating or being dominated. So such people, there can be relationships can also cross over into danger territory, like stalking, or even into abuse and rape. They like planning. The Mrigashirsha people like planning, so they're people fond of calendars. They sometimes create calendars, and they like maps. They're good at reading maps, and they're good at creating maps. There are group themes. Deer like to move in herds, so themes of running with the herd, or leading the herd, or creating the herd, possessing the herd. There can be, or herding, wanting to keep a band or a gang or an organization together. There's a theme of delicate, sickly, or late blooming children, so children that may seem like they're not going anywhere and then grow up to be something great in a kind of belated fashion. Themes of hunting, so hunting and butchery, so again, and if Mars is in Mrigashirsha, there can be themes of competitive sports, archery, shooting, the NRA, etc., etc. Animal husbandry is another big theme, the butchery theme, and also the raising animals, farming them, grooming them, dressing them, making products out of their hair or skin, everything to do with that. There are themes of roundness and curvature having to do with the moon, and also angularity or sharpness. So there can be unusual angularity or roundness to the body. And there are themes, kind of Dionysian themes, impulsive themes. Brahma's act was kind of impulsive, so there can be this theme of being whipped into revelry or into bacchanalian type parties. And there can occasionally, if the soul is ripe for it, be a theme of tapas or of arduous spiritual practice. So Oprah Winfrey has Jupiter retrograde here in the 6th house as the ruler of her Sagittarius ascendant in Mrigashirsha. It's interesting to note too, one general health theme in Jyotish is that each planet rules a dhatu, or an Ayurvedic tissue, and when a planet that rules a dhatu is in a Dusthana, people will tend to struggle in some way with that tissue. So Jupiter, of course, rules Meta dhatu, or fat tissue, and it's here in the 6th house retrograde, and Oprah has struggled with her weight throughout much of her life. But Jupiter sits in Mrigashirsha, and of course this theme of hunting things down. I mean, as a talk show host, her job has been one for most of her life of inquiry into things, getting to the bottom of things. She also owns several homes, that she owns a farm, and she owns several homes that are located in beautiful nature settings, which is another kind of Mrigashirsha theme. What else can we say about that? Certainly, relationships have not been the most successful domain for her. She was molested as a child, so that theme played out for her as well. I don't know enough about her to know if she had tempestuous relationships after that. She's a leader of a PAG, creator of her own TV network. She doesn't have children, so we can't look into that theme. But many of these other themes obviously are true of her.